Hi everyone, and for the first time, welcome to my channel. I'm Cheska, a Filipina in Germany, and I'm gonna take you with me through my life, travels, and food adventures. For my first video today, I'm going to share how I got to study in Germany for free with the daad Helmut Schmidt scholarship, and I'm also going to give you a few details about the scholarship and also tips that I followed to get it. So, just a quick disclaimer, I got this scholarship in 2022, so the information that I remember may not be as up to date. So, for the most timely information, please always go to the DIADE official website, which I will link in the description box below. So I heard about the DIAD scholarships first in a webinar some years back, and it took me to the official DIAD website. When you scroll within the website, look into it, there's actually a lot of different scholarships that are available for different countries. For example, for Filipinos, there's 90 different scholarships that we can apply to. So if you find that this scholarship is not too relevant for you, there's 90 different other awards that you can apply for. My side tip is to look through them, see what interests you, see what is relevant to you, and then try for them. So, what is the DIADE Helmut Schmidt Scholarship, also known as the Public Policy and Good Governance Scholarship? As you can hear from the title, it's geared more towards students and practitioners of development, governance, and public policy. So, the following benefits are included in it. I'm going to read from my código here. First one is a monthly stipend of 992 euros per month. Second, you also get health insurance in Germany. Third, the travel allowance is also covered. So it covers your flight from your home country to Germany and vice versa after you finish your studies. It also covers the visa fees during my time. I'm not sure if that still does during this year. Next, you also get a study and a research grant if needed for your thesis. The sixth one is that you get a rent subsidy and family support if you live in a city which has high rent prices or if you have a family that you want to bring with you to Germany. And then finally, there's also a German language course that you would be required to take so that you are very prepared for your life in Germany with at least basic German. So, tip number one and step number one would be to read through the official announcements carefully. I shared in the description box below the official DIADA website, but the universities themselves would also have their own announcements. So, you need to read through those also for the universities that you are interested in. Why? Because the universities would also have their own eligibility requirements outside from the ADE. For example, my university required 1 year of work experience. Other universities also require a certain level of German and so forth. So it's really good to visit these websites on their own. The deadline for the scholarship is on the 31st of July, so you don't have much time. There's a checklist on the same website that I linked down below that you can check so that you can see what requirements you would need for the scholarship itself. Also, once again, check the university websites and once again, check them triple times because if you misrepresent any information, if you give any false information, or if you're missing any requirements, you can be disqualified from consideration in the scholarship. All right, now for the part that everyone is waiting for. What are the tips I have for everyone to stand out from the thousands of different applications within the scholarship? My tip number one would be first to find out what they are looking for, and then second to be what they are looking for. So read through once again the selection criteria. Also read through the announcements from the scholarship, and then read the description of the course and the master that you're going to take. Also look at the research interests of the university. On LinkedIn, you can also see the past scholarship holders. So see what kind of person or what kind of experiences they are looking for. And then Compare this with your experiences within your studies or within your job, and then see what fits and what matches. So, for example, when I was applying for the scholarship, I was working for the government, and the program that I applied for is MA Development and Governance. So, I highlighted my experiences in the government, and I also went through my studies, which is very relevant to the scholarship. Tip number two would be to write a smashing cover letter. Obviously, you have to write a really good one. So now that you have highlighted in your CV and in your application form the experiences that match with what the scholarship and the school is looking for, you need to underline this once again in your cover letter. The best thing to do would be to tell a story as to why you're a good fit and why you should be chosen by the school and by the scholarship. It's also good to maybe share what you want to do after your studies because this is something that they would also be interested in. Tip number three would be to proofread everything. So, after you've gathered all the required documents, after you've made your CV, cover letter, application form, etc., you need to make sure that there's no grammar mistakes or any misspellings in your documents. So, you can do this by having a friend or someone close to you read the documents for you. This is just to make sure that your application looks very professional, and that would really help it to stand out. Tip number four is to be organized. So now you have proofread everything, you have all the requirements you need. You need to make sure to label the files very cleanly and as required, and then once again follow the rules to the letter. And my last tip is a quick note on AI. During my time, AI was not as widely used as it is today, and I would also advise against using it for your application. Why? It's because I think scholarship committees can tell when something is being mass produced. What sets you apart and what makes you unique is your voice and your story, and you need to build upon that. Sure, use different tools to check the grammar or the syntax, but don't let it make you not stand out from the sea of different applications. Okay, so after following all of my tips and submitting all of your documents for consideration, after a few weeks, those who are chosen will be called for an interview. So I will make another video about my interview experiences, so keep your eyes open for that one. And that's it. So, in this short video, I shared how I got the scholarship, and I hope it also helps you in your journey. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comment down below. And if this video was helpful for you, I would be very grateful if you like and subscribe. So, the last word is that good luck and that you got this. And once again, the deadline is July 31, so don't procrastinate, do it now.